Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and here's another food haul, and this time as usual it is from Asda and it is a delivery, and I think I'm going to be sticking with deliveries because I don't want to be going out shopping anytime soon, and there are plenty of slots available, so I don't feel like I'm taking any vulnerable slots or anything. And I think the supermarkets are still making sure that people who are vulnerable or elderly or whatever are getting first dibs at slots. Anyway, I hope that this video finds you safe and well. And on the end of the haul, there's a little bit about a local place near to us. I will bookmark the start of the haul and the start of the other bit down below so that you can have a look at whatever you want to in whatever order you want to. Anyway, let's have a look at the haul, and again, it's a live one. Here's this week's haul, again from Asda on a delivery, and this week is the week before we go on our holiday, so this is our holiday shop. What I've tried to do is get everything that we need for a week. Not everything is in this shop. We've got some things already in the freezer or in the fridge or in the store cupboard, but I've tried to get everything that we will need for the week, including some alcohol and not that many treats actually, because we've already got treats available. Anyway, so I'll take you through the haul and then I will tell you how much I spent, and we'll start off with the meat as usual. So we've got a whole range I'm sure it is a whole range. It's a free range whole chicken, and this is for Sunday lunch. So I'll be doing a roast chicken dinner on Sunday at the caravan, and I will also probably have that again for Monday night as well, because if I'm doing a roast dinner, because there's only two of us, it just makes perfect sense to have to make four. Enough for four, and then we've got our meal for the next day in the bag. And I really, even though I don't like having the same meal all the time, I really don't mind having roast dinners because I just love them so much. Then some chicken breast fillets, finally managed to get some of these free range ones, so a couple of those. And one of the meals this week is going to be sorry, I'm trying to think what it's going to be. It's going to be deviled chicken, so that's why. And then the other one will go in the freezer. Then we've also got some minced beef, and that's going to be for a chili. Then some chicken thighs. I think I'm just going to put those in the freezer because I haven't got those in the meal plan for this week. Then I've got some lacto-free milk, just one this week because we've already got some in the fridge. Some coconut milk for cereals. And then our usual yogurts and some bacon. Because we're on holiday, we might just have bacon sandwiches or something one morning, but it's got quite a long date on it. It's got till the 7th of November on both packs, so that will last for a long time anyway. And then some fruit pastels, lollies. These are really good. These are only, I think they're 57 calories, something like that. 57 calories, and they're just really lovely for a sweet treat. I tend to have them in the afternoons when I'm flagging a bit at work, and it's just nice to come down to the freezer and get something that takes ages to eat and just gives you a real sweet hit. And the same with these Twister. And someone said to me, because I was like I don't know, angsting over the fact that they were Twister Three-ster or whatever, and I think you're right. I'm sorry, I can't remember who said it, but I think you're right. It's because there are 3 different flavors, and these were actually really, really lovely. And these are 70 calories each, and they feel like so much more. Then some cheese, because I'm going to be doing a lasagna this week, and so I've got some mature cheddar and also some grana padano to go on the top. And also, rather than using a white sauce in lasagna, I use a cheese sauce. Then we've got some Gruyere cheese, which is actually quite expensive for this tiny piece, but this is the perfect amount to do the rice tian dish, and we'll be having that again this week because that is really lovely and so simple. There is a recipe for that, so I'll link that down below. Then in terms of sandwich meat, we've already got quite a big pack of a salami, so we'll be using the salami, but I've got a couple of packs of ham and also a pack of turkey. This runs out on the 23rd, but that's still later on next week. I think that's actually next Friday, although that's the day you'll be seeing this as it happens. So we'll be taking that on sandwiches and things with us. And then we've got some Albert Bartlett potatoes. These are just such good quality potatoes recently, and I think someone said it's because what we're having at the moment is the kind of stored potatoes from last year, but recently the standard of potatoes has just been really pants. It's just been horrible. But these are, you can guarantee good potatoes here. Some chestnut mushrooms, again for the lasagna, and then some cabbage. I absolutely love cabbage, and this will be for the roast dinners. Some tender stem broccoli, and I've got a couple of packs of those to go with various meals during the week, and again a couple of packs of asparagus tips. And I know I have those vegetables a lot, but I like them, so why not? Then some mixed chilies, a couple of packs of those, because we've got devil chicken and also a normal chili. Then we've got some onions. I have got a bag of onions, but so I just got a net of 3. Some garlic. I think it's just so much better buying your garlic separate, because the bulbs in those multi-packs are just teeny tiny and really frustrating to deal with, so it's much better to buy them like this. I'm guessing it's more expensive, but I mean, it's pennies really. Then some ginger, again for the devil chicken. Some fine trimmed beans for, again, just sides. Some unwaxed lemons. I haven't actually got any clementines this week because we've got plenty in stock, so we won't need any. And if we do need some, because we're just going to the caravan, which is in Ceredigion, and Ceredigion is a very low area in terms of COVID infections. So I don't mind going into shops there, but even then, for the sake of myself and the local community, we just use local shops, and we always mask up and things. So I don't mind popping in there if we run out of fruit in the week. Then some plums, and for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I actually did a big batch of plums, which we have with our breakfasts at the moment. So if you want to have a look at that over on Instagram, that's quite useful. And basically what I do is I halve and de-stone the plums. I put them into an oven-proof dish, and I mix together about 100 mils of boiling water, a teaspoon or so of vanilla extract, but I will also use almond extract or whatever flavouring I've got, even salted caramel. And then I add that with 4 teaspoons of sugar for both of these punnets, for both of them together, so it's not very much, 4 teaspoons. And then I just put that liquid on top of the halved plums, and I pop them in the oven for about 40 minutes or an hour, covered in foil, and you get the most delightful compote coming up. And it really is lovely to have on cereals or with yogurts and things as a pudding. Then some of our usual microwave rice, because we are running a bit low on that. Some baked beans. My favourite baked beans are Branston, and at the moment these are a really good deal in Asda. So these are £2 for 4, so only 50p each. These peel plum tomatoes, I still don't think these are as good as the Aldi ones, but the Asda ones are okay, but they feel a bit watery, and these just feel like they've got a bit more substance in them. I mean, they're still not hugely expensive, but more expensive than Asda. Then some French fries, because they are just fairly low calorie at 78 calories a packet, and a good snack to have. Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats, as you will know. They appear quite often in the hauls. And then some of my stock pots of choice, which are Knorr. So I've got chicken and I've got beef, and these are gluten-free as well, so they're really good for us on our diet. Then some extra long matches, and these are to take to the caravan actually. We've got quite a lot of candle holders there, and we use tea lights in those, and these are just good, the long matches to light the tea lights, because we like a bit of atmosphere. So in the evenings we kind of say to each other, shall we put the atmosphere on? It's like, you light the candles and yay, you got atmosphere. Anyway, I'm banging on, waffling on. I use waffle a lot. Quite a few of you have started to say waffle in your comments, so clearly it's one of my words. Anyway, some paracetamol, some of these disposable gloves, and I use these not really for COVID or anything, although obviously they're useful just in case, but I use these for when I'm cooking and having to mess with stuff I really don't want to mess with, like raw meat, or if I'm making stuffing or burgers or meatballs or whatever. So I use quite a lot of those. Then the coffee of choice for my husband, for his coffee machine, and yeah, my coffee of choice is no coffee, because coffee is disgusting in my opinion. I appreciate everyone else has different opinions. I'd love to like coffee, because I always I kind of have this like fantasy of sitting, not fantasy, that makes it sound weird, but of sitting outside in a cafe and drinking a cappuccino and having a chat with a friend or whatever, but I just don't like coffee. It just makes me feel bleh. So I have tea, and it's not quite the same vibe, is it? Anyway, red kidney beans, because we're making a chili. Then some thick bleach for the toilets at the caravan. So we've got a couple of bathrooms in the caravan. It's, when we call it a caravan, it is a caravan, but it's like a static caravan. So, you know, I mean, it's like double glazed, central heated, ensuite and all of that nonsense. So it's not really like camping out or anything. Anyway, some thick bleach for that, for the toilets, and some multi-surface polish, because I think we've got a week there, and I think I just want to give it a good clean while we're there, because I don't know how often we're going to be able to go if we're in some kind of lockdown in Wales for the rest of this year. Then sunflower oil spray and a couple of sea salts, some oven baked crisps, which again we really like, and they're a bit more in the way of calories. Forgive the crinkling while I find the calories. So they are 109 calories a pack, but nice. And then Doritos, and they are 149 calories a pack, but I tend not to eat a whole pack of those. I'll just have those on the side as if I'm eating chili. Just put a few. We share a packet to have with our chili, so it's not really very many calories. And then some tomato juice, and this will be for the deviled chicken. Because we've got it, my husband might have a Bloody Mary or something with the remaining tomato juice, but I just don't like Bloody Marys. I think, well, it just tastes like cold soup to me, and I don't like cold soup. Anyway, it's not very many alcoholic drinks that I wouldn't drink, but I don't like that. Some Dettol wipes for the caravan, and this is for the cleaning fit that I'll be having. Some mini rice cakes, some of our low sugar granola, of course, Tunnock's tea cakes. Where would we be without them? Then the bread, which is my choice at the moment, although that's a bit irritating, the fact that it's the 18th of October. I'm going to have to put some of that in the freezer. I should have noticed that when the man was here. Anyway, that's 45 calories a slice for the whole meal, and I really like it. Then some mini poppadoms. We're also going to be having a curry this week, so I will use the mini poppadoms with those. And then in the way of alcohol, there's some Aspel draft cider, which is really lovely. And there are 4 of these actually. There's 2 somewhere else. And they are on offer at the moment, and I can't remember how much for, but that's really nice cider, but it is quite strong. It's 5.5% volume, so we tend to share a bottle maybe before dinner or something. And then a couple of bottles of red wine, and some Old Speckled Hen low alcohol. Now that is really nice, and it's 0.5% volume in alcohol. So basically, I've been trying to find out whether that actually counts as alcohol or not on the internet, and I think so, I think it said it's like the same alcohol as a banana. Is that right? Does anybody know the answer to that? Reach out to YouTube and you shall find the answer. Anyway, so anyway, it's really nice. But what I have noticed about it is that when you open it, it kind of fizzes up, even if you haven't been moving it around. And then the last thing here is this Johnny Walker Black Label. And the reason I'm showing you this is one of my husband's favourite whiskies, and it's normally £30 a bottle, but at the moment on Asda, it's actually it's actually reduced to £20 a bottle, which is a really big saving. So we got a bottle of that. So there you are. That's the haul this week. Yeah, and as I say, this is for the week of our holiday, and hopefully we'll have some good food. And again, we're just not keen on going out to eat at the moment, and I do want to support local businesses, but I also want to stay safe, and I want to feel that we are doing everything we can to keep ourselves to ourselves and away from other people wherever we can. So we'll be cooking every night at the caravan, and we'll be going out for a lot of walks, and we'll be taking sandwiches and things with us. So in terms of what we spent this week, it's £152.79, which is not bad really, because I think we've got quite a lot of food here and quite a lot of meat and some fairly high value items. Obviously £20 of that was on a bottle of whiskey, so I think that's a really good bargain this week. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll follow this up now with some other stuff, probably about the Lake District, or potentially Mid Wales, or potentially Ceredigion. Depends on what I grab as I am editing the video. So thanks for watching. So what I did grab was this footage of Abergwessin Common. So this is a place that's not very far from us at all. I mean, literally, as the crow flies, it's probably only a couple of miles, but obviously I'm not a crow, I can't fly. And so you have to drive here, and that takes about 20 minutes. But this is a road called the Tregaron Road, and it runs from a place called Abergwessin to Tregaron, and it goes through this most beautiful valley. So this side of the road is actually owned by the National Trust, and it's common land. But people for years always have had their sheep in this area, and it's an old drover's road, and it goes across the Cambrian Mountains, and at the end of this road is a thing called the Devil's Staircase. It's just a part of the road that bends at some improbable angles and actually goes upwards at a 25% gradient, so really steep. I hate driving up it, it's horrible. Because I'm a wimp, basically. But anyway, because of that, and the fact that this is such a beautiful road, this is a road that lots of people come through on their motorbikes or their classic cars or whatever, and it's on a kind of grand tour, if you like, of Wales. This is the River Irvon, and it runs through this valley, and there are some really quite spectacular rocks along here, and there's a little place called Wolf's Leap, which is beautiful just here as well, and it's just a kind of precipitous gap in the water, in the water course where wolves would have leaped over it. I'm sure it probably was just something invented by the Victorians as some kind of romanticised name for something. But anyway, this is a really beautiful area. Anyway, we're just at the bottom now, and these are just some people who are coming past in their classic cars. So I gave them a wave and they waved back, because people who come out in their classic cars for drives around here, you know, they're doing it to show their cars off, aren't they? And they probably weren't that surprised to see some random middle-aged woman videoing them in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, so that's a little bit about somewhere quite close to us. And if you are ever in Mid Wales, I would definitely suggest that you have a look at that road. So it starts in or it starts or ends, whichever way you want to look at it, in Abergwesyn, and it starts or ends, whichever way you want to look at it, in Tregaron. So thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it that you take time out of your day to come and watch these videos that I make. I really enjoy making the videos. It's a great hobby. It really helps me to relax and to take my mind off all of the things that are worrying me at the moment, whatever they might be. So yeah, it's a great hobby for me, and I could not be more grateful for you guys watching them. So thank you very much for that. And if you are already a subscriber, especially thanks to you for keep coming back week after week. And if you're not yet a subscriber and that you feel like you might want to join our little family here on the Kitchen Spy, then please click the subscribe button if that's what you want to do. And we have food hauls, obviously, meals of the week and recipes. And there's usually some kind of I don't know, travelogue thing on the end of most of the videos as well. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching. You take care, stay safe, look after yourself, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.